Wunnam, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate your time with us, and let me welcome you home for this particular exercise.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, you've been doing this for some time now. Scouting has become virtually a daily part of you now. You established this Kick Nation Scouting Agency not quite long. Can you take us through how far the process has gone?
Yeah, okay, so far so good. My name is Wunnam Haruna. I'm the CEO for Kick Nation. We established Kick Nation Scouting Agency last year, October to 2025. Since then, we've been able to take 4 players to our partners in the UK, that's Brookhouse College. It has been so far so good. We've been to Kumasi in March, Cape Coast a month ago. We've been to Gomwa, and now we are in Tamale. So what we are doing is we are getting the best and top footballers aged 16, 17 from all these locations. And our plan is to build a super team of 17 players, one goalkeeper, to represent Kick Nation and Steadfast in a tournament in November called the Brookhouse Tournament, where there are about 20 to 30 football scouts and football directors present to select the next best thing when it comes to football.
Now, we have come here, we have seen so many crop and group of players. Now, specifically, what or which players is your scouting agency looking for?
Yeah, so when it comes to age, we are looking for 16, 17, and players that just turned 18. And what we are looking for is the players that embody the Ghanaian cliche of a good player: tall, strong, with a good technical ability, and most important in our case, character. Because many people can be talented, but the attitude and character is what gives them contracts and keeps them in the professional space for long.
Now, somebody will want to know how the scouting process is done. Is it that you get recommendations from coaches, through trials, justify your inclusion? How is the process done?
Yeah, so for example, with the Tamale, we invite about 8 to 10 of the most common 16 to 18-year-old academies and teams. We do an all play all, and we have our scout from Brookhouse, Matthew, and another scout from Kumasi, that's Bishop. And we use to prevent some sort of biases and everything, we use the player numbers. So we separate the scouts from the coaches and everything, and they take the list of the players where they were impressed by them, and after we all sit as a team and we compare the data in our database, get their pictures and everything, run it, and we pick the one who was picked the most by each of our scouts. That's to bring a fair judgment of players. That is independent from bias.
Now, you spoke about recent, departures of players from your agency to the United Kingdom. But there have been many who think that exporting players from Ghana has been very, very difficult. Your agency is very young. How do you align to this?
Yeah, so I owe it to God. I thank God. My father has been very supportive. My father, he owns Steadfast and Kerala United. So when it comes to the paperwork and documentation for players, we don't have a lot of difficulties that other young agencies may have. So thanks to my dad, it has made it very easy for me to export players. So yeah, it's mostly my dad's work and Uncle Sumani's help. Yeah.
Now, people talked about fake managers, fake agents, in the system. What assurance do you have for parents? Because mostly with what you are looking for, you need permission from parents and clubs to be able to send players outside. What assurance can you, give clubs and parents?
Yeah, so the credibility of Kick Nation is an epitome of what Steadfast also embodies. When you look at the Steadfast United, they've been able to produce and nurture players and take players like Fatawi Sahaku to big teams like Leicester. And Fatawi right now has 2 World Cup appearances and everything. So the credibility is there. And the way Kick Nation works, especially with Steadfast and Kerala, is that it's like a family football pathway. So players that maybe move from Kick Nation to Europe that don't necessarily make it or don't do the best, they can still have the opportunity to play in teams like Steadfast and Kerala that in the first division and second division of the Ghana Premier League. Yeah, so that's the difference between Kick Nation and other sports agencies.
I guess you are a fan of our local league, Premier League, and our grassroots football.
Yes.
What is Kick Nation Scouting bringing on board to be able to get the best talent? And are you satisfied with how development of football is going so far in the country?
Yeah, so I think the future of Ghana football is very bright. Recently, I saw Fabrizio Romano breaking the news that there's this Ghanaian talented boy. I think, yeah, that was able to move directly to Sevilla from a Ghanaian team. So the future for Ghana football looks Right. Not to brag for Kick Nation or anything, but I believe very soon in the next 5 to 6 years, most of the top players in Ghana are going to be Kick Nation players because of how we do our work. Different communities, no bias, scouting talent and talents only, and picking the best from the best and the best from the best again. So we get to the top level of players.
Now, many believe with the crop of players you are looking for, our young boys believe that the best way, to develop themselves is to rush to Europe, and they will find every means, no matter what, to get there. As an agency, what advice will you have for a 16, 17-year-old player who thinks that Europe is all he wants to?
Yeah, so I could say what you want to hear, I could say the truth, but I like to say the truth. The thing with academies in Ghana, when you look at the Right to Dreams and others, is very, very hard to get into. They select about 20 or 21. And if you look at the mass and the high population of the Ghana football market, it is very hard for players to get into those sort of academies. That's why I can't blame the players for wanting to go to Europe. Yes, so for now, it seems like the better pathway, but it's not in the news yet. We are working to get a facility in Tamale, Ghana, so we nurture players from a way younger age and create a sort of steadfast academy for the next generation of footballers. So they wouldn't only dream to go outside, but they'll dream to be in academies like Steadfast Academy.
You're coming from here, you've been here for a couple of days, trying to get the best of talent. How impressed are you, especially with the talent you find in the north here?
Yeah, so last week I was in the UK Market Harbour and I was watching some players from Brookhouse College. And the honest truth is when I watch their level and compare to the level we have here in Ghana, some players here are way above those that are regarded as very good over there. That's what I'm saying. So the issue is not the talent, because the talent is there in Ghana. A lot of the scouts come here and they are very impressed. But the issue is the pathway, how to get them there in the limelight so that people see them and get them. So that's what Kick Nation aims to seek to provide. Not just sporting players, but sporting players and giving them the avenue to show how good they are. Yeah.
Behind you, of course, on the backdrop, we have seen a couple of partners who are actually supporting you. How influential have they been?
Okay, so first I want to speak about Kicked In App. So with Kicked In App, it's a sort of website that I built with one of my friends, Divine. It's sort of a LinkedIn for football players to meet and speak with scouts. You post your video, some scouts will watch and they can call you. And Kick Nation will facilitate the movement of the players to the scouts. So now, Kick Nation, it's not everywhere we can be at the same time. But with the digital awakening of the world right now, everything is digitalized. If you're able to get a very good highlight of yourself, create a good profile, and it's accredited by Kick Nation, the Ghana Sports Authority, and the Ghana Football Association, we'll be able to also give players the limelight from home. Because when you post your video and a scout sees you, it can create an opportunity for you instead of Kick Nation moving to places. Yeah.
So finally, you talk about going to getting the best of players and representing Kick Nation and Steadfast in a tournament somewhere in November.
Yeah.
Is the priority is just to export players or to nurture them?
Yes. So the priority is to nurture exportable players, and that hits two doors at the same time. Because if you are curating players to be of a top level to export them, you are also increasing the level of football of some of these players. As I said earlier, the players that don't make it in Europe, not because of their talent, it's just because of some processes that they have to take. The players don't make it will definitely be pushed into some teams in the Ghana Premier League, which also increase their quality in the league overall in the next 5 to 10 years.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.